Once upon a time, deep in a magical jungle, where trees whispered stories to the wind and rivers sang lullabies, there lived a kind and wise bear named Winnie. But Winnie wasn't just any bear. He was the teacher of the jungle, the beloved professor of all animals, from tiny ants to tall giraffes. Everyone loved learning from Professor Winnie. His classroom stood under the biggest baobab tree in the jungle, and every lesson was filled with fun, songs, stories, and laughter. Among all his students, there was one very special little human girl, Masha. Clever, curious, and oh so naughty. Sometimes she would swing from vines during math class, or paint doodles on the elephant's back during art. But Winnie never got mad. He would smile, pat her head, and say, "Learning is an adventure, and adventurers get muddy sometimes." The animals adored Winnie, not just because he was a great teacher, but because he understood them. He listened to their worries, played games during breaks, and even tied a baby crocodile's shoelaces, even though crocodiles don't wear shoes. But not everyone was happy. The principal of the jungle school, a sleek and clever fox named Miss Vixie, was jealous of all the love Winnie received. She muttered, "Why do they love him so much? He's just a big soft bear with silly stories." So one day, Miss Vixie came up with a plan. She called Winnie to her office and said, "Winnie, your classes are too playful. This school needs serious teachers. I'm afraid you have to leave." Winnie's heart sank. He loved his students dearly, but he didn't argue. With his gentle smile, he packed his books and walked away. But the animals soon realized something was wrong. Masha asked, "Where's Professor Winnie?" When the news spread, the jungle shook with protest. Monkeys swung through the trees, waving signs. Birds sang loud and clear. And even the shy turtles came out of their shells to shout, "Bring back Winnie!" Masha climbed the tallest tree and yelled, "Miss Vixie, you're smart, but we're not fooled. This was your trick, not his fault." All the animals gathered together, standing in front of the school, blocking the gates with love and loyalty. Miss Vixie was stunned. She had never seen the jungle so united. Feeling ashamed and a little guilty, she finally called Winnie back. I was wrong," she said softly. "You may return. I'm sorry." Winnie smiled gently and replied, "Thank you, Miss Vixie. Everyone makes mistakes, even clever foxes." The jungle exploded with joy. Masha did a backflip and fell down laughing, and the elephant sprayed water into the sky like fireworks. From that day on, Professor Winnie continued teaching with all his heart, and even Miss Vixie sometimes peeked into his class, just to listen to the magic of his lessons. Because in this jungle, everyone had learned that the best teachers don't just teach from books, they teach from the heart.